Yo, what's going on, you guys? I'm Palantir here, and today we're going to be looking at ticker symbol PLTR for Monday's opening market. So we're going to go to Palantir. What the fuck? All right, we're going to go Palantir. We're going to see the chart. I have the plan already, so I already have what is it? How would you say it? A technical analysis on this stock already. So one of the things that I had was these are both support lines, right? The reason why I put this support line right, this one was going to be down here and right there. So these two are my original support lines. This is going to be the resistance line. So, and I want to get into it a little bit more on why I think this is the most ideal technical analysis that I had for Palantir, simply because I already called Palantir about a week ago on my previous video where I said that essentially starting December 1st through the first week of December and the second week are going to be pretty good weeks, as we saw, right? If we look at December, when was it? We'll go back to December 2nd, December 1st, right? There's a huge increase from December 1st, right? December 1st, there's a decrease to 2021. It went back up on the 2nd, right? 24th, on the 4th, it went all the way back up. So these were pretty good weeks for December. And then we went to last week on the 14th, right? So the 14th, we saw a decline on the 14th, right? A decline. It went up again on the 17th. And then we saw another decline. But you see this gap right here? This gap has to get filled. So what I think is this support line right here. This support line was for this drop. But it's also used as a historical mark because there was a what is it? What's that candlestick method? A spinning top. Essentially that's what it's called. Where there's two one green candlestick and a red candlestick that look like spinning tops. Usually when there's a spinning top, it means it's going to go up. It can either go up or it can go down. So it can either be bullish or it can either be bearish. So the spinning tops, these two are essentially spinning tops. So this would be the first indicator of like, okay, is it going to go up or is it going to go down? And this was for me, this was the benchmark of it. And now a lot of people who do technical analysis fucking videos, they only tell you, oh well, this is going to be a trend. Historically, we're going to be going like this. There's going to be a decline right here. They have this right here, right? So we have this line right here. This is going to be where this is a resistance line. And then what else do we have here? We have another one where we have another increase right here, right? Let's move this down. Right up here. And then they start moving there's one, okay, it's supposed to get up here, but since this is already Since we already passed this support line, we're gonna move the support line back down over here. Ideally, that's what the fuck is that? That's all fucking bullshit. So you don't really fucking need that shit. You don't need that. Now this is only the 30-minute mark. We're gonna do an hour, right? You're gonna do 1 hour on this, and then dark cloud cover. This is what for me this dark cloud is this dark cloud method is essentially showing you where it's gonna go bearish. So that's what I have on my chart. What I'm gonna do 15-minute, right? There's two, right? So dark cloud cover usually goes, okay, you have two of the same, it's gonna go bearish. It's gonna go up. It did go bearish. Essentially, this is gonna be the confirmation if it's gonna go bearish or not. But most likely, if depending on the angle you look at it, for the 15-minute mark, right? Every 15 minutes, it did go up, but then it went back down. So, like, yes, it did go up for about an hour, right? From 26.96, it went up to 27.39. Consolidated a little bit and then dropped back down. Right, it dropped back down. And but I called the stock, and it was gonna go down for the last 2 weeks of December. It's gonna go down. It still needs to fill this gap. So yes, it's gonna see you're gonna see an increase to the 26.90, 2027. It'll probably hit the 27.40 to hit the resistance. It's gonna hit the resistance. So this is gonna be the pattern. Let me draw this. So it's gonna go tomorrow. It's gonna do that. Gonna go back up. Right? And then let's remove this again. It's gonna go up. Stay up in this line. Up again. You're gonna go back down. And consolidate in this area again. Because this resistance line breached once, breached twice, went back down. Wanted to breach it, breached a little bit, but I don't think it's going to breach it. I think that's what this is going to be until we see good news, because we just saw late Friday, there was an article that came out about this investor saying that Palantir is overpriced. It should be at a $17 range, but it's, in my opinion, I think it's doing fine. It is where it needs to be at, because it's been very volatile these past couple of weeks, right? So you saw this gap right here. It had to fill this gap. So I had to fill that gap. Now maybe there might be some places where it might need to fill this gap as well. So that's where it's slowly decreasing, slowly filling up the gaps of the 24 line. Because if you see over here, technically there wasn't a gap, but there was, right? Here and then here. But usually when I have the dark cloud cover, bearish, right? This is for the 15-minute mark, and then it goes skyrocket again. So this is confirmation. Depending on how you look, the dark cloud cover bearish, because for me this is bearish right here. So if I wanted to do, let's see, candlestick patterns, there's only the bearish one. So for that 15-minute, there was another one that was bearish, and then it went back up, right? It was bearish, and then it goes back up. Oops, let's go back. right? You have another one here. It goes bearish, then goes back up. So these two indicates the next symbol is going to be bearish for the confirmation, and then after that, it can either go sideways, left or right, hose on me left and right, right? Confirmation, bearish, right? When have you seen a green one? Confirmation, bearish. Confirmation, bearish, bearish. Now, if we look at the what I was showing you guys earlier, right? I don't know if it's doji or spinning top. But a lot of this stuff, a lot of the time, you want to look at candlesticks. I might be doji. Now we're gonna hide these, right? Okay. No, it's not that. No, it's not this one. Let me get rid of this. What is it going to be? Then it's going to be the spinning top. Spinning top white. And then let's see where we have spinning top black. Now, mind you, I'm not a financial advisor, or nor do I know what I'm talking about, but I have a general idea. I've been right about Palantir so far. For I mean, I got in when it was $14 for Palantir. If you don't really believe me, I'll show you what prices I got into for Palantir. I use Robinhood as my broker. I'm currently trying to transfer everything into Fidelity. So YQ as well, another new stock that I'm going to invest in. It's a education technology company. So far, total return $1,400. But if we look at the history for Palantir, November 10th, about one share at $14.97, 50 shares at $14.01, one share at $13.98, 20 shares at 15, 22. So it's like I still have a lot of history with Palantir. I bought in when prices were this low, before this huge uprise from here from 11, right? So I've gotten into Palantir pretty early in the stages, and now it's at what, 27, 20, 25. So for them to go back down to at least $20 is slim to none. But the dark cloud cover, I'm a huge fan of this. I'm not gonna lie. But the only reason why I have my technical analysis like this is because I'm looking always. The way I drew this was off of the 30-minute mark, right? I drew this off of and you can draw analysis off of any fucking mark you want. It doesn't have to be, oh, I drew it off this, I drew it off this, because this is my analysis. This is what I think. This is my opinion. And everybody's like, oh, there's a wedge here. There's a butterfly fucking pattern. a double wedge or triple wedge, but no, I always look at the 30-minute mark. For me, that's the most accurate for me. And I looked at this. There's a candlestick pattern. I am not quite sure what it's called, but we can look it up together. So we're gonna look at candlestick terminology, right? Not Investopedia. Or we can check Investopedia. Right? No, we're not gonna look at Investopedia. Understanding candlesticks. There is one that I saw here. See, I think candlesticks are pretty underrated because everybody just looks at patterns, right? So this one. So these are. I'm gonna go over this with you guys. What is a candlestick? A way of displaying information about an asset's price. So the way I see this is every candlestick tells a story, right? And this is what I've been. I didn't take a class from a forex dude, but I was mentored by somebody who was in forex, but unfortunately, this mentor moved away, and I just was really lazy about keeping in contact with him. But this investor always told me about candlesticks and how candlesticks tell their own story. Candlesticks are let you know what happened for that minute, what happened for that hour, what happened for those 30 minutes, right? So we're going to go over this together. The candlestick is a way of displaying information about an asset's price movement. Components, technical. So the most popular component of technical analysis. So these candlesticks, obviously, right? Because if you're looking at candlesticks and you're just like, oh, we're dropping, but you have to know why you're dropping, though. Yes, there's news. There's always patterns, right? The body, which represents open and close range. The wick, which is the little, you know what the wick is, the little fucking stick that comes out. The color, which reveals the direction of its movement, right? This is going to be 6 bullish candlestick patterns. And these are really underrated because nobody really talks about candlestick patterns when it comes to Palantir, when it comes to doing technical analysis. So we see this pattern here. You see it's left and right. This is what they're going to tell you. Watch. This is what they're going to tell you. So we're looking at the pattern here. We're drawing. We see there's been a decline, and then there's been a resistance here, and then it goes back down. So right now we're consolidating, and we're gonna see a lot of the upside. A lot of the upside soon. Coming Monday, if this happens, this happens. So for me, this is a sign of this. That's what this is. Now, notice how I said that the dark cloud cover always had a red candlestick next to it. This one had a green, but it didn't go bullish. It went bearish, right? Yes, I can interpret it however I want to interpret it, and it's going to be under my interpretation, or if I want to take it out of context or in context. But because there's a green candlestick here, I'm going to say that it still went bearish, even though this is what it was, the candlestick, right? This is what it opened and closed at, right? These two candlesticks together couldn't even beat this candlestick. So it forced it to drop and drop. And then it picked back up. And then that happened. What else? But if we look at the 15-minute mark, there's a lot more, right? If you're looking into like in depth, right? Essentially, it did go down and it didn't go up. So, depending on what you're looking at and how you want to, and what chart you want to look at, 30-minute, 15-minute, 2-minute, not 2-minute, but 3 minutes, 1 minute, and like 30 seconds. So, depending on what you see, yes, yeah, essentially you could say this went bullish, but it actually went bearish. If you look oops, if you look at into it a little bit too much. So you see, it did go bearish, right? 15-minute mark. And there's a lot of these that go into it, but it just depends on what you look at, right? So candlesticks, reverse hammer, right? Potential direction. This is gonna be inverse hammer and bullish engulfing. The bullish engulfing pattern is formed of two candlesticks. The first candle is a short red body that is completely engulfed by a larger green candle. So like this, right? Which means this candlestick basically covers up this red candlestick. It means it's gonna go up. The piercing line, this is one of the ones that I kind of still need a little bit more understanding. Also a two-stick pattern made up of a long red candlestick followed by a long green candlestick. There's usually a significant gap between the first candlestick closing price and the green candlestick opening. This indicates a strong buying pressure as the price is pushed up to or above the mid price the previous day. So first strong body, first bar, and then the second on this, the close on the second body bar. Morning star, 3 white soldiers, potential direction. What is it? Hanging man, 6 bearish candlesticks. Right? Shooting star, bearish engulfing. Where it's like the other way around, where there's a short green candlestick and a larger red candlestick that covers up the whole entire one for that. And the evening star, one of the ones that it's really dark cloud cover, confirmation. Okay, I need to go back to what I said. So let's go back to dark cloud cover. Dark cloud cover candlestick pattern indicates a bearish reversal, a black cloud over the previous day's optimism. It comprises 2 candlesticks, a red candlestick, which opens above the previous green body and closes below the midpoint. It signals that the bears have taken over the session, pushing the price sharply lower. If the wicks of the candles are short, it suggests that the downtrend was extremely decisive. So highest price of the day right there, right? Closing price. So whenever you see this stock goes up to 31, that's when it was the highest price for that day, but then it closed at 30.57, right? So for that 15-minute, right, it closed at, that candlestick closed at 30.60. At 30.60. But for that whole entire day, or for that candlestick went all the way up to 31.22. But in that 15-minute mark, after those 15 minutes, so within those 15 minutes, the candlestick went up to 31.22. After that 15-minute, it dropped back down to 30.57. So like, let's say 10 minutes within this candlestick, it went up to this. The next 5 minutes, it dropped back down. So it kind of gives you a little history of how high it went and it didn't, and like how high it went, and then what it closed out at. And then closing price, opening price, the lowest price of the day. And then this is going to be the opening price. And then a confirmation. So doji, okay. When your market opens and when the markets open and close are almost the same price point. The candlesticks resembles a cross or plus sign. So traders should always look out for a short to non-existent body with wicks of varying length. The doji cat Pattern conveys a struggle between buyers and sellers and results in no net gain or either side. Alone, a doji cat is a natural signal, but can be found in a reversal pattern, which as the bullish morning star and bearish morning star. So the spinning top. The spinning top candlestick pattern is a short body candle between two wicks of equal length and pattern indicate decisions of the market resulting in no meaningful change of price. The bull sent the price higher while the bears pushed it low again. Spinning tops are often interpreted as a period of consolidation or rest following a significant uptrend or downtrend. On its own, spinning top, the relevant beginning signal that can be interpreted as a sign of things to come, as signifies that the current market pressure is losing control. And then we have all of these. But if we look at, so like these, right? Spinning tops means just consolidating, right? We're gonna look at bullish star, doji cat. What the fuck are these doji cat shit at? This? What the fuck is this, a doji cat? Oh, so it says that is found in a downtrend and consists of two candlesticks. First, one becomes a long red candle followed by a doji candle, except for price doji that opens below the body of the first one, creating a gap. It is considered a reversal signal with confirmation during the next trading day. Okay. I see you. So essentially, what we're gonna see here, right? Consolidation period. This is 15-minute mark though. It's gonna go back down, right? Yes, it's gonna go back down. This is gonna hit to at least 25. $25.70, but then it's gonna pick back up, and it's gonna fill up all of this shit again. But if we look at the 30-minute mark, consolidate. See it? Look, this is what I'm saying. Look, we move this. These are two identical spinning tops, right? What do we see here? Like, they look about the same size. They look exactly about the same size. So spinning top for Monday tomorrow, its potential could go up or go down, right? For the spinning top on this. But if we look at the 30-minute mark, this 30-minute mark literally looks like a fucking one of these bullshit ass dark cloud cover, but smaller, which means it's gonna go down again, hit the support at 25.80, and then go back up. Maybe at least to like 26, but it's gonna stay at 26. I don't think it's gonna go to like 27 something, but I could be wrong though. So that's essentially what this is. And okay, so I'll tell you the reasoning behind the candlestick pattern method here, right? So should I go all time open? No, I want to do consolidate here. I know I keep moving my support lines a lot, but this is where it opened. No, this is hold up. Okay. Open and closed. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so on a bearish, this is open, this is closed. On this is closed and this is open. Close and open. Open, close. Okay. Cool. So I'm gonna go off of this on where it opened and where it closed. Right, this is where I'm basing everything off of. And it's too fucking small. Fuck it. We'll just do one fucking... We'll do where it closed. We're gonna go where it closed. And the reason why I picked this one, it's because it's really hard to explain without making myself already look dumb. Like, so, and I had to do this because we've seen a lot of volume in this sector right here. Right? We've seen a lot of volume in this sector. Now, if we would have seen a lot of volume down in this sector, right? Down in the 22, 20 something, I would have picked this. I would have picked this as the as a support. I would have picked that as a support for the 30-minute mark. I would have picked that as a support rather than doing this, because we saw volume here and I'm like, okay, this is where it did a huge increase. You saw its first resistance, it went all the way back up, and there's a couple more here, and then I went all the way back up. Right, you saw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Am I fucking blind? 1, 2, 3, 4 bullish candlesticks before you saw the red one. Right, so 4 bullish candlesticks before you saw the red one. Now, right, let's say in the next couple of months, right, you see in the next couple of months, this is going to be the support line. This is going to be the support line for whatever comes all the way up here, right? So let's say essentially you see a lot of fucking volume in the next couple of months, right? December, back in like, let's say in January, you see a lot of volume in the 20, 29, 20 something, right? This is going to be the next support because you're going to see a lot of volume there. Whereas like right here, this is the for me this is the support because I've seen a lot of volume around this section, and this is going to be the resistance simply because of this. This is why it's going to be the resistance. But I also did it because of this candlestick right here. So if I wanted to do, I saw this is where it opened. This is where it opened. This is where it opened right here. So there was obviously some resistance there, but I didn't do anything here, right? Now we're going to move this here. We're going to delete this. So this is going to be, and it's pretty accurate too, right? It went up December 14th, went back down. So it didn't really stay up for that long, right? December 8th, every 30 minutes, it went up and then went back down, right? So I think this is pretty accurate for majority of this, right? You know, well, it's relevant now. I would say it's relevant for these and this and this. I mean, it makes sense if you think about it. Like, really, it really does make sense. And I don't fucking know why I have this here. I don't care about this shit. Like, yes, there is patterns here, right? But it still needs to. The only reason why I think it's actually going to go up, so it's going to have the confirmation, right? Confirmation, yes, it's going to go bearish a little bit, but then it's going to go back up to what? 26, 27, just to fill up this little gap. Because if you look at it, there's a gap here. And every gap gets filled up, so. And that's going to be. There's another stock that I'm going to be looking at as well for YQ. I don't give a fuck about this either, so I don't know why I have that there. Yeah, I don't know about this either. Not thinking about this now. I don't know why I have that there either. So I have 30-minute mark for YQ, and the reason why I like YQ is because it is a what is it? Education technology company. When I did predict this in my last video, I was gonna hit 14, 17. But 14, 15 is still fucking close. But I have this first red candlestick here. Obviously, it's been helping pretty well, right? 16th. So throughout the day, it hit this. What's it called? It breached the support, right? But then on the 17th, it went back up, right? So it breached on the 15th. 15th, it stayed, and then on the 16th, it hit here. 17th, it went back up. The resistance. And there's a gap here, right? I don't consider this. I don't consider these as a filler because it was a downtrend. I think there is room for a consolidation here. Right, this is consolidating. I think there's room for this gap to be filled. I think right here is where there's potential gap to be filled. I only focus on opens and closes and opens, because what am I gonna base it off? This? Come on now, like the base of this is where it closed. That's where you want to base it off of. I don't base off of like the wicks. Those shits get burnt out, right? As soon as it hits. So I base it off of this. So I think we're gonna see an upside. Fuck, what the fuck is it? What am I doing? Oh my god. We're gonna see an upside on this, right? We're gonna see. Okay, but with YQ, there is always a huge increase. So like 30 minutes. In 30 minutes it can go up, in 30 minutes it can go back down, right? So this is where I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna see it like this. Go back up. Stay like that. It's gonna hit down back here at 15. And then something like that. Something like that. Now there isn't really much to go off of because the stock IPO'd in December 4th. But I mean, I invested a little bit in this when it went up to what? Well, how much did it go up to? 23 bucks. And then I had a huge decline. So I think this is what it's going to be at. So anyways, but if you like the video, make sure you like the video. And if you want to subscribe, go ahead and subscribe if you want to see more. But if you don't, then, I'll just keep posting videos. But other than that, I'll see you guys later.